What's going on, guys? My name is Geek, and today we're going to be breaking down one of the newest characters that just came to Marvel Rivals, Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch. Johnny is the newest duelist that joined the ever-growing roster, and that was released with the Season 1.5 alongside Ben Grimm, aka The Thing. Check out the video I did prior to him if you want to check him out and his gameplay. But we're going to bring the Human Torch's awesome, charming, hot-headed flames to the game now. In today's video, we are going to be looking at his awesome abilities and just show some gameplay just to see if he's a perfect character for you. And let's dive on into this thing. Starting off with his normal attack, the Fire Cluster. Basically launches a spittable fireball. He has about 6 shots before reloading it, or kind of reloading it. His is like a little bit weird with the little flames. Basically you have to wait till it recharges. At least one of those flames to really throw it. Basically it does about 12 damage per hit with a max of 84 damage if you get some of the critical hits as well. Moving on to his right click ability, which is the Blazing Blast, basically launches a fireball to create a flame field at the target area, which does about 40 damage on impact with another 25 while it stays. Now moving on to his F ability, the Flaming Meteor. Basically he dives towards the ground, dealing damage to enemies and detonating any flame fields hitting it. Basically it does about 40 damage, but if you do have his flame field active, it will do an extra 55 damage. His shift ability basically kind of gives him a little bit more speed, but like to me, I feel like he needs a little bit more speed. You know, basically just enters a state of ascent, meaning he can fly a little faster, but unfortunately, he ain't like Iron Man, how he can actually really fly fast. Moving on to his E ability is the Pyro Prison. Basically forms a firewall between fire fields to burn enemies. This lasts about 5 seconds, but in those 5 seconds it does about 50 damage per second. So if you know how to aim it right, and especially on the point, it can do some damage. Unfortunately, he actually has no passive, which kind of sucks, unlike most of the characters in the game. They do, but apparently he actually does not, so kind of sucks about that. Moving on to his ultimate is called the Supernova. Explode with cosmic fire to deal damage to enemies within range. Basically, upon its skill activation, all flame fields will transform into flame tornadoes, dealing extra damage, and this will last about 8 seconds. The tornadoes dealing about 100 damage per second. Now, he does have 2 team-ups. We'll just go over the Storm siblings. That's what his is called. Basically, similar to Mr. Fantastic and the Thing. Visible Wound just gives Johnny, some shields and some bonus health with him. Basically, that just goes for every Fantastic Four member, so they kind of have the same thing going on with them. But one of his other new ones, called the Omega Fire, when the Human Torch basically activates his Supernova, Storm can summon an Omega Fire by selecting a Fire Tornado with Omega Hurricane, basically combining it likewise. So I'm just reading kind of the description because I feel like it's kind of hard to show off in game, but not really. But essentially, when Johnny unleashes Omega Hurricane, or Storm does, Human Torch can transform it into the Burning Hurricane with Supernova. Any flame tornado caught in it will basically turn it into that Burning Hurricane, will grow in size and damage. So that is pretty much it on Johnny Storm. Kind of a smaller character with his abilities up, but still does pack a punch. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you want to see that was the full breakdown of the Human Torch's abilities in Marvel Rivals. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.